finding a percentage and expressing as a percentage. So to express one quantity as the percentage of another, you write it as a fraction, the part amount. So for this one, I've got 34 out of the total of 40, and the whole amount, that's a total of 40. And to convert a fraction to a percentage, as we know, we multiply that by 100, which I make 100 over 1, because any whole number is itself over 1. So I'll multiply 34 by 100 and get 3,400, and 40 by 1, and that gives me the right answer of 85. So somewhere in there, I made a mistake with my canceling. I won't do that this time. If I express 13 out of 30, and I'm going to multiply it by 100 again. All right, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to divide both of these by 10, because that's as far as I can go. So that gives me 130 divided by 3, which my calculator tells me is 43.3 recurring. So I can write 43.3, or I know from my knowledge of fractions that that's right. Now, if that's right, that's a little less than half. So the first time I came out with a wrong number, and I knew it was wrong, because 34 out of 40 is not more than one whole. It would have to be an improper fraction to be more than 100%. So that's why I went back and fixed it. In this case, 13 out of 30, it's a little less than half. Half of 30 is 15, so I know I'm on the right track. Now this one you've got to be careful, because 60 cents as a percentage of $5, we want to compare apples to apples. So it makes most sense to me to have the whole number of 60 cents on the top, and $5 is 500 cents times 100. Now remember, I can cancel these zeros. I can cancel 50 now out of 100. 50 goes into 50 once, 50 goes into 100 twice, and that gives me 12%, which I'm fairly confident sounds right, 60 out of 500. And again, we have another one. If we're talking about running cross country, 800 meters is probably not enough. 2 kilometers sounds closer to a good cross-country distance, but that's actually 2,000 meters. So I multiply all of that by 100, canceling zeros here. So I divide both of them by 100. How many 20s are there in 100? There's 5. 20 divided by 20 is 1. 100 divided by 20 is 5. So that gives me 40, and that number is going to be a percent. So 800 meters is 40% of 2 kilometers. To express a certain percentage of a quantity, 25% of, we're going to do a slightly different version where we take the 25 and we turn that into a fraction. Of is code word for times 128. Of course, you can also do this on your calculator by turning 25% divided by 100 is 0.25. And if I do that, I'll use that method, 0.25, which is 25 over 100 times 128, is going to give me 32. And if I went through the fraction version and showed all the work, I would still get 32. This one is 155 out of 100. So that tells me that I'm going to get more, because I have 1.5 and a little bit more. So I should have a number that's bigger than 60. So if I take, again, 1.55, which is the decimal version, I could do the canceling, but I won't. I'll get 93. And sure enough, 93% is 60% plus another half and a bit again.